Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Darksiders 2. Today we are going to be beginning the one and only dungeon in Shadow's Edge, that dungeon being Blackstone, which is the Shadow's Edge equivalent to the Ivory Citadel. Before we get into the dungeon proper, there is a short little soul splitter puzzle that we can complete in order to get a couple of nice collectibles, including another Book of the Dead page, gives us Chapter 2. Whoops, didn't mean to switch there. And back on the pressure plate we go. We'll also be getting a relic and, frankly, kind of ass, legendary, the Crow Sides. Directly from the Crowfather. And that was not a prerequisite to get into the dungeon itself, but hey, it's on the way in. And let's talk to Ostagoth.
The Dark Kingdom, horsemen, if you're following me. Nothing of the sort. I've come to part demons from their coins, and you from their souls. Are we so different? I'm looking for a key. But of course, Samael keeps many wonders in the vaults beneath the black stone. I have come to trade for what few he would part with. But I fear not all is well in the Red Court. Samael would never let his realm slide so far into nothingness. Beware of what you find on Samael's throne. And whom? Rumors are all that escape the vortex of a mad Queen Lilith who still clings to rule. Lilith? Why am I not surprised? Samael was there when I fought the Nephilim. No doubt watching with great interest. The demon Samael plays a game of his own devising, and we are his pawns. I've heard of this place. The Blackstone. Yes, the throne of Samael, the Blood Prince, the Red Wanderer. He has many names, yet one home. Not much left. Corruption devours the Blackstone, as it has countless worlds, as it will the Forge Lands, the Undead Plains, even Earth. That is corruption. What does it seek? The end of existence itself. And in its place, nothingness. And how do we fight that? We don't. Your precious balance only serves to stay its hand. But what do I know? I am but a ship. I have to go alone.
This whole area has a rad aesthetic. Especially that giant black hole in the sky. I'm really excited about this dungeon. It's a good one. Also, you'll notice the similarity. Black Throne, the final dungeon from Darksiders 1. Blackstone, the final dungeon of Darksiders 2. I think this is the path that leads up to Lilith. This whole place just has such a good atmosphere and decor and color palette.
Thanks for the warning. You can come out now, Lilith.
Do you blame me for hiding? You are death. Where you ride, no one is safe. Not even your mother.
You are not my mother.
Did I not create Absalom from the mingled dust of angel and demon? And from that first Nephilim, were not the rest formed? They were brothers to the horsemen. Yet when the riders slaughtered the Nephilim, only you showed remorse. Why did you not cast the amulet into the abyss, as the Council ordered? Why spare their souls, if not to one day undo your sin?
My sin? This corruption was born in Absalom. It rises from him like a black tide, and you, Mother, must help me stop it. Where is the demon key?
In Samael's keeping. But he is gone now, and the key has vanished. Oh, don't worry, my child. Time, like sin, may be undone. With this, you can return to the past, to Samael's stronghold before his fall, and find the demon key. I only ask that when you reach the Well of Souls, you will answer your heart and resurrect the Nephilim.
This upgrade for the Voidwalker, the Phase Walker, basically acts as a time travel gimmick for this dungeon. Unfortunately, it's exclusive only to this dungeon, but while the gimmick lasts, it's a good one. It's not quite as awesome as like press B to time travel in Titanfall 2, but it's kind of the same idea. It's just that you can't really do it at will. But this will have us going back and forth between two different time states of Blackstone. But like the normal Voidwalker... Did I miss something up here? Oh no, I don't think I did. You can only place them on certain surfaces. Oh yeah. This place is great. And it's not nearly as long as the Black Throne was in Darksiders 1, which I remember being a pretty big point of criticism. So right here we have our first Phase Walker point. We set up the same way as we set the Voidwalker up, and we get this cool little transition cutscene. As you can imagine, they do some pretty nifty stuff with this gimmick. Things that are inaccessible in one timeline suddenly open up to you in others. Or in the other. There aren't multiple. There aren't more than two. Look at that big statue of Lilith. Oh, and this is kind of nostalgic, getting some variants of the demons from Darksiders 1. Also, we have renamed that Ice-possessed Scythe to the Icy Touch. I think I saw someone else suggest the Ice Sickles, which, that's a really good pun, but I think I'm staying with Icy Touch here. Oh god, if it had fire and ice on it, I would call it the Icy Hot. Also, I know that after so long, we've got a reminder about what the Nephilim are in Darksiders' universe. That's going to drive some people, including Demon nuts, because that is not what Nephilim actually are. See also Diablo 3 for that same exact convention. And also, Lilith was cut from Darksiders 1. She was supposed to make an appearance there. Unless I'm just forgetting something and she actually did show up somewhere. Pretty sure. Like, she was mentioned, I know that. But yeah, I don't think she ever showed up. She is featured in the Darksiders 1 art book, which is how I know that. And she's not the only cut Darksiders 1 character to be making an appearance here in Darksiders 2. We're going to meet the other one in the third and final DLC, which is the Demon Lord Belial. I don't think there's anywhere to go from here except this way. Wall run, land on this platform, and then we can go back and forth and bounce around. And vault over that. Then we're good to go. Skitter on up here. And I know there's a way over to that, but I don't think it's anything super important. Especially at this late point in the game, where we more or less have our endgame kit. It may have been a legendary, but if it was, it's nothing important enough to get. Oh, come on, camera. And that's all we're doing here. There's nothing beneath us. Right now, we're just buying time till we get to the next cool little phase walker puzzle. This brings us back out into the main room, where it lowers a couple of the gates that have been in the way. And then, oh, this guy's cool. I forgot about him with the chain whip, which makes a much better sound than Fury's whip in Darksiders 3 from that little bit of footage that came out. Oh, I hope they improved that sound effect. Because that whip crack noise over and over, that's going to get real annoying real fast. But, like, that's not even close to out, so I'm sure that will at least be polished up before release. I would hope. So I think the only good reason to fall down here is to get this chest, and then we have an easy way to get back up. Oh, that was not even worth it. That's just a white mace. That's garbage at this point. That's not even garbage worth feeding to a possessed weapon. We'll barely level one up. Yeah, well, it's not like it's that much of a detour. And before we jump in that, I think there's no other option. Yes, so this leads us back out into present day, Blackstone. Oh, we're getting a lot. Oh no, that's a blue. I was gonna say, we're getting a lot of shitty whites. And a Soul Arbiter scroll that we don't necessarily need, especially if we just look the directions for the maze up. Kinda cheat it that way. Shitty bugs that we will just be ignoring. That music is a little bit more high tempo than those bugs maybe deserve. Oh, this is such a cool set piece! The statue crumbling away and being sucked into the black hole. I really like this dungeon a lot. I mean, it could stand to be longer, to be honest. I know they're probably wary of making it too long after the criticisms of the Black Throne in DS1, but hey, I think it would work. I would love more of this place. I think I'm going into this one first. Oh no, it's the one further ahead. There are two phase walker points close to one another here. This one, for now, just gets us a chest. We will come back to this one, I believe. And we will get to the other side of that from the past version of Blackstone, when everything was nice and pristine and not crumbling away in a dying realm. There it is. So up here, behind me now, there is a bunch of like old decayed crystallized corruption, and it's blocking what in present day is a chest. So we have to blow that up in the past and then go back to the present to get the chest that was hidden underneath. Also, this is like we just got done with Argyl's Tomb and we saw one of the Lich recolors, the Ice Lich. This one, the Maelstrom, is yet another recolor of the Lich enemy. This one, again, does not summon any adds. Instead, it uses really big meteor attacks on you. It will take a long time to summon a meteor, and then they will slowly home in on you. I think they're probably the least dangerous variant of that enemy type. Yeah, I could totally go for more of this aesthetic. Like if hold on. We gotta get down to him before meteors start raining down. If Shadow's Edge had like one more dungeon in it, I think that would be fine. I don't think there's too much to complain about either way. So we're gonna position the Teal Death right in front of that Phase Walker point. And then we're gonna bring Purple Death all the way around over here, because we're gonna do something pretty cool. First, we're gonna have to clear this room out with one of the liches in it, the Maelstroms, I should say, and a couple of demons. Some of these guys will cause the burning DOT status effect. The Lich specifically, but as long as we focus fire the Lich down, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And there's nothing in this dungeon that's too threatening. As long as you just deal with the Liches and not let them get out of control, you'll be absolutely fine in here. So we're going to set the... Sorry, not the Phase Walker, the Void Walker up. And then we're going to do another one of these, where we toss the bomb through the portal so that our alternate Soul Split Death can catch it through the portal. Oh god, that's so novel to me. And that in past Blackstone will be the crystals blown up. We can pop out a Soul Splitter. And then... Whoops. Actually, have no need to go back down there. We can go back to the present day version, and that blockage will no longer be there. And you can see that there is, one, no way across the platform without, you know, some jumping shenanigans. But there's also nothing in the middle of the platform right now. How that works out, I have no idea. How something got there... I don't know. But that's the dungeon key that we need. It's silly. Oh, that's more and more silly the more I think about it. We are going to do one more thing with this spot that we were just in, except in present day. We can find a few new things up here, including, I think there's a Soul Arbiter scroll and maybe a relic or a Book of the Dead page. Yeah. I think there's something on the other side as well. Oops. Jump didn't come out. Whatever. That put me all the way down here. Cool. Whatever was up there was not that important. Pretty sure it's a relic or a Soul Arbiter scroll. But it just kicked me the fuck out. And that gets us back to where we need to be. These guys, I'm not breaking my stride for them. The door is right here. There's no Devil May Cry wall. Oh, fucking meteors. Cool. It's like, I'm gonna get you coming out of that invincibility from opening the door up. And this opens up the other set of gates. Just on the other side of them now. And we still have a couple of things left to accomplish before we go on to the boss. Oh, now we can. Topped up like 15% of our health just to pick that up. God, what is with the drops in this dungeon? Everything just got real shitty all of a sudden. Come on, get frozen. Nope. Died before he could get frozen. Either way, we wanted to drop down here so we could get this Phase Walker point. Now, not this way, I think. Yeah, from out here is where we can get to the boss. There is one other important thing that we can get to from here, though, and that is another gnome statue. Remember the nomad statue? There are 4 of them. We picked, we picked one of them up in, was it the Kingdom of the Dead? Yeah. One of them in the Kingdom of the Dead, one of them in the Ivory Citadel. We'll be getting a 3rd here, and there's a 4th that we have to go back to the Forge Lands for, now that we have the Voidwalker. But we'll probably be doing that during an intermission. I think I went up the wrong side for the Nomad statue. And once we get the 4th one, we will see what kind of reward we can reap from that. So I think it's over here and to the left. Yeah, there we are. 3 out of 4. Now we just go back the way that we were going to go. And that will bring us to the boss of Blackstone, who is a returning favorite of mine. Again, dope set piece, and it's a big statue of Samael. So there's a throne here in present day, and Phase Walker point up here, so it looks like we're fighting the boss in the past.
So, the Charred Council sends only one horseman, even to the past. No. This visit is unsanctioned. In fact, no one knows you're here.
Not a soul. Hand over the key, it can be our little secret.
Pitiful. Flawed castings from a perfect mold. Absalom is always stronger than the rest of you.
You'll find me strong enough, Samael.
Yes. You have overcome many obstacles to stand here before me. But sometimes the hero dies in the end. Ask your brother.
Will you surrender the key? Or must I take it?
Horseman, you already know the answer.
Yes! Samael! Awesomely voiced as ever by Vernon Wells. Ah, yes! I was so excited when I first got here, but there are some problems with this fight. One, Samael's way too fucking easy for how cool and how much of a badass he is built up to be for 2 games now. Also, I kind of have a problem with just being able to fight him 1v1. Because of how built up he is. He's this being of such overwhelming immense power that it almost feels wrong to be able to fight him even close to evenly like this. The only good thing about that is, like, they actually do contextualize it. And Samael's more or less toying around with death in this fight. It's still way too fucking easy, and that's a bummer. But there are some cool things about the fight. Like, I love his teleport effect, and I love this coming up here. There's going to be a QTE coming up that may have failed because it's just so good. His teleporting's so fucking good. Also, that hero dies in the end quote is a callback to Darksiders 1, in case you forgot. So from here, he maintains most of his moveset. He gains a couple of new things that are actually somewhat dangerous, but the flow of the fight's pretty much the same. Except sometimes he will teleport back to his throne, and he'll do one of two things. Which is this, which is kind of hard to dodge because it's really tight. Eventually I'll get tagged by it, probably. Oh no, I did pretty well there. He has one other kind of floor geyser style attack, which is a little bit harder to deal with. Also, he lights you on fire a lot. Oops. But as you can see, he's already almost dead. This is the harder one to deal with. Because again, it's pretty tight. You can't do more than 3 dodges in a row. Once you do that third one, you have a lot of recovery before you can start dodging again. Didn't take my opening there. But still, I'm just gonna appreciate how fucking cool Samael is. Like, I've loved him since DS1. Did not expect to fight him in Darksiders 2 like this, but hey.
Interesting. Perhaps you'll succeed after all. Either way, it will be quite a show.
And with that, Blackstone is completed, and that unlocks the third and final DLC, which we'll be doing in a little bit. And we get the demon key, the demon analog to the White City key. So we can go directly to the end game from here. First, we're going to teleport back to the beginning of the dungeon, because Lilith is going to have some more dialogue. Man, Vernon Wells is so good in this role. I mean, I've been praising the voice acting and the voice direction since Darksiders 1. I think the whole cast just kills it. Which means they not only found the talent, they have, Vigil had a really good voice director, too. Oh wait, this is the wrong way. Yes, that is. Oh, it's the side room. Whoops. Yeah, if I had looked at the mini-map, I would have seen the spiral staircase going up. So, we're going back to Death's mom. Just for a little bit of flavor text. And yeah, you can see Samael was clearly just fucking around.
Whatever game you're playing, Lilith, it doesn't matter now. I have the key to the Well of Souls.
Then redemption lies within your grasp, and the choice is yours. Will you save one brother, or will you save them all?
What brings you to Samael's kingdom?
I am drawn to raw power, and no demon in any realm can match that of Samael. He could have ruled over us all, but now he is gone. And that destiny once again falls to my children. Bring back the Nephilim, and all of creation will be yours.
But at what cost?
That sets some stuff up for the endgame, actually. So now, with that done, we're going to teleport back to the Tree of Death. From there, the endgame becomes accessible, and there's really not much left of the game. Unless you're counting the DLC that we just unlocked, the Demon Lord Belial. Which, after we bring the key back to the Crowfather, we're probably going to head out to the... Yeah, I think that might trigger the endgame. I can't remember if it's a point of no return once we talk to the Crowfather. So we're actually just going to back out here, and then go on to talk, not talk to anyone. We're going to talk to Uriel, actually a little bit, but instead we're going to back out to the menu, go to additional campaigns, and start up the Demon Lord Belial before we hit the endgame of Darksiders 2. There is not very much left of the game now. And this takes place back on a devastated post-apocalyptic Earth. Luckily, it's not the Earth dungeon. It's not nearly that shitty. Though it's got some problems. Before we kind of get a cold open here, before we can even start doing a dungeon crawling in the DLC, we have to clear out some Wicked, or whatever they call them in Darksiders 2. It's not Wicked for some reason. They're just Zambos. Hellspawn. Oh, Hell Slaves. And Pit Spawn. We have to clear these out before we can get some dialogue with Uriel and the Hellguard. But, unlike Earth, no infinite spawning shitty zombies, so that's not going to be a problem. We just have a small wave of these to clear. Oh, that's nice. It blocked on both of them. Just turns them into huge ice cubes. And I'm trying to avoid using AR resources on them because they're just such trivial enemies. Hellguards are not exactly helping out. They're not exactly doing their fair share. I think that's all of them, so we can talk to Uriel, and then we'll end the episode.
Uriel, the Hellguard endures.
Though the White City is forbidden to us, we yet serve the light. These are the days of reckoning. We shall not falter. And we are not alone. Human survivors have been reported by my Hellguard.
That seems unlikely.
I am sworn to truth. You know this, Ryder.
If some shred of humanity clings to life, I would speak with them. Where were they seen?
Far beyond this battlefield, horsemen.
I will find them.
If the Third Kingdom is not yet extinguished. Perhaps there is meaning to our battles beyond annihilation. Farewell, Death. You have your task, and I have mine.
Alright, so that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.